Hello there, welcome to Transformations. My name is Busola Jegede and it's such a joy to be with you today. Transformations is from the Ministry of Daughters of Destiny. And if you're right there on my YouTube page, kindly click to subscribe to the page. And if you're on Facebook, do share. And if you're on Instagram, tag somebody. Now we're looking at a key ingredient in effective leadership. In the last episode, we were able to look at a major ingredient in leadership, which is supervision. And we said a lot of things about the importance of supervision, why you need to supervise the people working for you so that they can adhere to your goals and get an effective outcome. Today, we're looking at another aspect of effective leadership, another major ingredient that every leader needs. And you know, we're all called to be leaders, to be change agents. You may be a mother, you're a leader. You may be a business person, you're a leader in your business. Wherever you are, maybe you're leading a team. And that's why it's important for us to learn all these leadership qualities and values. What we're looking at today is trust. What's the importance of trust in leadership? What do we mean by leadership and trust? It's important for you as a leader to have the trust of your employees, followers, or whatever. It's important that they feel safe with you. It's important that people know that you care for them. These are the things that augur well for people to, put in their best in whatever they're doing. Any leader should be able to build up trust. And I'm going to be looking at trust from two dimensions, from the leader's perspective and also from the follower's perspective. So as a leader, people need to trust you. When they trust you as their leader, they will put in more. They would be able to release themselves to your vision or your work. If they are your employees, when they know that you care for them, when they trust you that whenever they have an issue, you would attend to it, then they will give in their best. But if they do not trust you, they will withdraw. They will withdraw the things they're supposed to bring into the workspace. And so trust is extremely important for any leader. Now, let's look at the ways that you as a leader can build up trust. You can build up trust because someone said, trust is earned in drops, but it is lost in bucketfuls. Trust is earned in drops, but it is lost in bucketful. So it's a hard thing to gain the trust of people. It can take a long time before people can trust you. You need to work really hard before people can really trust you. But if you're consistent at building up that trust, one day is going to pay off. So you must know that building trust it takes a lot of hard work, and trust is earned. You cannot command people to trust you. You can give instructions and they would obey because they are going to collect salary, but you cannot command people to trust you. People work for those they don't trust, but they just collect the money, and so they don't work with their heart. People sometimes follow people they don't trust because there's a benefit they're going to get in that journey. But when people follow you because they trust you, they will bring more to the table and they will bring enormous value to your vision. So that's why it's important. How do you build up trust as a leader? You must be honest. Be honest in the way you deal with people. Don't have double standards. And you see, being honest does not mean you should be loose. It does not mean you should be permissive. Just be honest with people. Let them know what you can do and what you cannot do. Let them know that your yes is your yes. If you promise something, deliver on your promise. If you promised them to pay them their salary, pay them their salary. Don't withhold their salary till the middle of the month or do some things that will make those people begin to, be in a state of discomfort. So honesty will make people to trust you. Next, if you want people to trust you as a leader, You must be supportive. You may be a pastor, you may be a pastor's wife. If you don't support people, they cannot trust you. People go through a lot of things in their life, and you must show your support, either by phone call, either by encouragement, either by giving. When you support people in their times of difficulty, they're going to trust you, and they're going to give their best to whatever it is they're joining you to do. And then consistency matters a lot. If you want people to trust you as a leader, you have to be consistent. Not that you are good today, tomorrow you are not good. Then they will not know what to believe. So consistency is very important. When you're a consistent person, invariably you will build up trust. Yes, if consistently you pay at a particular day and you're consistent, you don't waver, people will trust you and they will give in their best. Now, for you to earn the trust of those you lead, it is not every time you complain. Even when they do things wrong, you need to just let it go sometimes. Yes, it's not everything you talk on, you complain about. Sometimes quietness is a message. Silence can be very loud sometimes. And so you need to allow them to grow, and maybe sometimes they make mistakes and they realize it. And when they know that you're not after their downfall, you just want to correct the things that would hinder the organization, they would trust you. Accountability. You must be somebody who is accountable. If you want people to trust you, you've got to be accountable. There is the accountability that you offer even when people don't ask you. The way you do things, be accountable. Subscribe and subject yourself to standards of accountability in whatever you're doing. People are watching and they may not talk. And so accountability is very important. Don't be somebody who is crooked. Don't be somebody who changes figures, because the people that are helping you to change the figures, they're also watching you, and they would also, they can bear witness against you at another time. But when people know you're accountable, people who have worked with you, they can verify that I've worked with this woman, she or this man. He never steals. He or she keeps to the standard. He never doctors any figures. They can speak authentically about you. Then people will trust you because of the report and the testimony of others about you. So building trust requires us to be consistent, to be accountable. It requires us to be honest, to be supportive of the people that we are leading. This is very, very important from a leader's perspective. And if you're a worker, you want to be trusted by your leader, you have to, of necessity, give in your best. It's important you're giving your best, because if you don't give in your best, the person cannot trust you with assignments. You've got to be confident. When you're a confident person, then people will know you know your onions. And you've got to be a dependable ally. If you're somebody that your boss, nobody can depend on you when they give you tasks, you end up not doing them or you give excuses, then people will not trust you. And you see, when your leader can trust you, it will earn you promotion. When your leader can trust you, it would secure your job. When your leader can trust you, it will give you wings to fly. And so you've got to know that beyond what you do, you trust people that give over and above the working hours. There are some people that work with you, they work with their heart. They don't look at the clock, they just want to get the job done. And so when you have such people, you trust them and you commit more things into their hands. And those kind of people, they make it in life. Now, how do people lose trust? It's easy to deduce from what we've said. It's very easy to lose trust when you do not deliver on your promises. People will not trust you again. When you are no more dependable, people will not trust you again. When you're not accountable, when you begin to do things that are dubious, people will not trust you again. When your testimony is no longer consistent, people will not trust you again. And so there may be somebody out there, you've made a mistake, and somebody who trusts you has lost the trust that they have in you. Now remember the saying I said, that somebody said, you lose trust in bucketfuls, but you earn it in droplets. So when a certain singular event happens, all the trust that has been built up all the years may be lost with that single event. So what do you do if you find yourself in a situation whereby somebody who trusted you has lost that trust because of one thing or the other? Now, this is the misconception a lot of us have. Forgiveness and trust. You've got to understand the difference between forgiveness and trust. Now, if you do something wrong and the person forgives you, it means the relationship can continue, but you have to earn the trust again. That's where a lot of people miss it. You cannot make a demand on that trust that was destroyed because it took you a long time to build that trust, for the person to have that trust in you. So the relationship may be continuing. So don't focus on you being in the same position you were before the event. You just focus on being a good person. You just focus on doing things right. And then you begin to build the trust that the person has in you will be built up again over time, and it will get to a point where the person can trust you again. It's very, very important. Rather than you choosing or you judging the person that, okay, has this person truly forgiven me? Now, something happened. One of my sisters, she went out of Lagos with her driver, and then she dozed off. When she woke up, to her amazement, her driver was sleeping on the steering. And she said, "Mr. Fadaka, you're sleeping." And he said, "Oh, madam, I'm sorry." She said, "Park the car." So Mr. Fadaka parks the car. She took over, and Mr. Fadaka sat down beside her on the passenger seat. And from somewhere in the middle of Lagos-Ibadan Expressway till she got to her house, Mr. Fadaka slept soundly. He slept off. Probably he was tired, only God knows, but it was when she got to her house that the driver woke up. Now, when they got home, the driver kept begging her, "Madam, please, I'm sorry. I was just tired." Okay, she said, "Okay, I'm going to forgive you. Maybe you were tired." But do you think she will put her child in the car for Mr. Fadaka to take to school out of Lagos without supervision? I don't think so. She has forgiven Mr. Fadaka. Mr. Fadaka still has his job, but certain assignments will not be committed to him alone. She has to be sure that he will not sleep again on the steering. So she's not going to put her 12-year-old who is going to school outside Lagos with that same driver who slept for 2 hours when she was driving. That man has to earn her trust again. So even though he's forgiven, but he cannot be trusted yet until he earns the trust again. So if you've lost trust with somebody, just keep on building, doing the right thing. That trust will come back again, and then you can be restored to the same position. Yes, I want you to lift up your voice and affirm with me, "I am a child of God. I am whom God says I am. I will achieve my destiny. I am the head and not the tail. Thank you, Lord." In Jesus' name. That is how it's been on Transformations today. My name is Busola Jegede, and I look forward to being with you on the next episode of Transformations. Bye for now, and keep on building trust.